Hi, my name is Taylor White, and before I get into the actual project part of the video, I wanted to go ahead and say I tried to start with the narrated PowerPoint and I just couldn't figure it out, so I hope you enjoy this video. Here we go. The majority of the information in this video will consist of textbook references. So the first question asks about cultural and historical factors that kind of makes Jamaica what it is. First and foremost, Jamaica is not the luxury resort style place that it's made out to be. The majority of the people who live there live in poverty. There's high crime rates. There is overpopulation. Of the 2.5 million people who live in a roughly Connecticut-sized area, thanks to the textbook, I know that. The majority of them live in the city of Kingston, and so within that, there's overcrowding and just crime and all this awful stuff. But because of that, the music reggae originated out of those slums in Kingston. A lot of native Jamaica is from African descent, so they had to deal with slavery. They had to deal with Spanish rule, and they didn't become a free country until the 1960s, in which they still struggled under a socialist rule. So overall, as a nation, they had to deal with so many struggles, and, having this ability, this outlet to talk against their government, it was kind of a necessary thing. So reggae music is actually a major social and political commentary. It really calls out the way things are, and most of the time they're calling out what shouldn't be. The book talks about how the lead singer is often calling for protest or peace, and more so than not, in a lot of the songs I found, at least with Bob Marley, he was very much calling out politics. And earlier I played I Shot the Sheriff, and he's saying, they want him to be guilty, they're charging him of a crime that he didn't commit, essentially, or that's the way I understood it. It's often characterized by its offbeatness, so instead of emphasizing beats 1 and 3, it emphasizes beats 2 and 4. The instruments that are usually played are pretty mainstream: electric guitar, bass, drums, keyboard. You can hear like sax, trumpet, that kind of stuff. With like the stringed instruments, you normally hear the treble part, the higher pitched frequencies. You don't hear a lot of low things. And then just speaking about the lead singers, they're normally affiliated, or the people who listen to the music even, they're affiliated with drugs, with marijuana, that kind of stuff, and they're not being rebels without a cause. Like, that's part of their culture. It's either about their spirituality or just how they affiliate with the music and what it really means to them. I grew up listening to Bob Marley. I listened to a lot of different music, and his just happened to be part of it, so that's one of the reasons that I leaned toward Jamaica. My parents had been there several times. My grandparents had been there several times. And what the book said about the poverty and stuff, it was really interesting. My parents would come back and they would talk about how different it was outside the resort, and I guess this kind of rang true. And so this is really why I picked this island. It wasn't really to do wholly with the music, but it kind of went hand in hand. So yeah. It was very interesting learning about it, and I'm very thankful that, people, even in the midst of all the tragedy and stuff, they still have outlets of calling people out and, calling for justice in the world. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you have a great summer, and thanks for watching.